As we approach the end of 2017 crop circle season, we must look back on what was revealed in this turbulent year. Crop circles have been a mystery for over 1,000 years, but it has just become a phenomenon recently. Who made these strange symbols? Why are they there? People said we were reading tea leaves when we first started decoding crop circles in 2015. Actually, people read tea leaves because they seem to get messages from reading tea leaves. They will have no listeners if the messages they get from reading tea leaves are totally nonsense, right? Some people use secret geometry to explain crop circles. Some people use computer codes. Whatever tools that were used to convince people, the messages had to make sense. Maybe that is why few people believe in crop circle messages. Not until recently have crop circle predictions ever really hit the mark. But our 2016 crop circle videos seem to prove otherwise. There were only 68 crop circles, but 16 of those predictions happened soon after our videos were released. Yes, I did not give details, but I did better than anyone I know. Plus, I did give details on one crop circle. This crop circle, which appeared August 4, 2016. It took me 2 months to decode it, but when I released it in October 2016, it revealed the result of the United States presidential elections. The decode said, quote, "Down you up, with help near from northeast." If you want to call me crazy, please try to find another combination using the 26 English letters. But just when many of us eagerly awaited new crop circles in 2017, we had to face the disappointing reality that crop circles are disappearing. We only had 58 confirmed crop circle sightings. This is the lowest since 1988. However, the messages revealed in the 2017 crop circles have been very alarming. Let's see what the messages are. The first crop circle in 2017 appeared March 11. I thought this one looked both like the shape I requested in my February 8, 2017 video, and also predicted this part of these two circles looking like being ripped apart from one piece, thus indicating the two Koreas, and with one pointing a missile at the other. Sure enough, North Korea started a missile testing program ever since April 2017. Then these crop circles appeared in Netherlands near Hoven between April 10 to April 12. When I first saw this April 12 one, I thought the square meant square off, as potential major conflicts between United States versus North Korea was at a boiling point, when North Korea started its first missile test on April 4. Although the tension has been at a boiling point since April, we are still at a standoff. And then I realized what the square off means. It means two parties prepare to fight. No wonder it showed a square off instead of a blast off. Then the April 16 Cher Hill one in Wiltshire totally stunned us. You can call this an object entering Earth or the Sun's orbit, or call this a lollipop. But this looked like what we asked in our crop circle experiment in February 2017. A three-layered circle. And what is most surprising is that it looked just like the necklace our writer was wearing. It's a gift she got just days before this crop circle appearance. 2 days later, this crop circle appeared at Tarleton Down in England. I hate to say this, but both the April 16 and April 18 ones had this symbol, which I have connected it with ISIS attacks in 2015 crop circles. And then a series of terror attacks happened in the UK. Then this Hoven, Netherlands circle appeared on April 18 in a grass field. Please note there is a Mickey symbol as we asked people participating in our February video testing of creating crop circles with our minds. Did our minds really create those? Or did we foresee their appearance? Then this one showed up. This is the first of two symbols with this cube in the center. I did not understand what it meant until I searched cube definition, again today. I realized it is a symmetrical, three-dimensional shape. And since it is inside this whirlpool kind of tunnel, I thought it may be telling us that we are in transition between a three-dimensional world to the fourth dimension. But will we succeed? Or get lost in the transition? The next crop circle appeared at Oliver's Castle in Wiltshire on April 24. It's in a beautiful setting with unbelievable views. The Rookven Netherlands April 12 one looked like a planetary map. So we found the date when the four inner planets align most similarly to the crop circle, and it was August 6, 2017. And we pointed out that the most dangerous period would be in the lunar leap month, when we had the most crop circle warnings about the year with 13 months, since 2015, and we said the bulge looked like a big solar explosion. And we even said it seemed like the explosion was aiming in a direction away from the Earth. The bulge seemed to be between Mars and Venus, so I said it was towards Venus. But actually, even though Mars is twice as far from the Sun as Earth is, it sparked a global aurora and doubled radiation levels on Mars. Now do you believe in crop circle messages? After crop circles similar to what we requested in our mind experiment appeared in April, we released a new video April 24, 2017, asking for a long list of new crop circles. Number 3 on the list was to get an eye-shaped crop circle. Then on April 28, this crop circle appeared. It is an all-seeing eye symbol. And more unbelievable is the location in Cornwall. The crop circle was reported on May 4, the day when our team visited Cornwall. The last time a crop circle appeared in Cornwall was 2010. We interpreted this to mean we will have divine protection, no matter how bad things may get. Then May started with this May 4th one in Willoughby Hedge. We said it looked like a warning about the coming eclipses. I don't think you need me to remind you how many disasters we had around August 21, when the big solar eclipse happened. Then this Boschenhoft May 11th one looked again like the Mickey Mouse symbol we asked for, while this May 18 one looked like a clock or a planetary map. If it is a planetary map, the one dot with a small dot on top must be the Earth and the Moon. If the big dot is Jupiter, then this map is pointing to June 2018. The May 18 Hoven crop circle looked like another answer to my experiment, although this looks more like Minnie than Mickey. But the big warning came on May 21, 2017, when this Stitchcombe crop circle appeared in Wiltshire, England. We noticed there's a UK flag in the center, with an ISIS symbol. But before we could release the video, the attack in Manchester happened on May 22. Then we thought the May 22 one in Carn Abbas in Dorset looked like a person in the center of an explosion. It appeared on the day of the concert attack. It was too short a notice, if it was a notice. Sadly, there were 3 major attacks in the UK this summer. Then the Marazian Cornwall one looked like an airplane explosion. However, no major commercial crashes in 2017. But the crop circle looked more like military jets. In July 2017, 16 dead from a KC-130 military jet crash in Mississippi. And a mystery jet crashed in Nevada in August, when a F-16 crashed in Arizona, and today a Russian jet crashed in Syria. But none of these are even headline worthy, so I won't call this a prophecy fulfilled. But maybe it is telling us a secret military operation we had no knowledge of. Doesn't the triangle in the back look like a biohazard material? Then this Alton Barnes Wiltshire circle on May 25 started a series of fidget spinner crop circles. I noticed the top 7 dots and I found the symbol to bear a resemblance to the last G7 symbol. So I thought this was a warning about the G7 countries or meetings. Although the G7 leaders had to listen to President Trump's lecture on them lacking contributions and discipline, no leaders were attacked. I mean, if you don't count President Trump's pushing aside of the Montenegrin Prime Minister. Then I thought this May 25, 2017 crop circle looked like mini EU flags, especially Greece. However, I did not hear any news about Greece being attacked. However, I found the Greek's ex-prime minister was hurt when a letter bomb exploded in the car. Again, it is a super short notice on Greece, but Europe has had non-stop terror attacks throughout 2017. The May 28 crop circle looked like a flower of life inside 6 layers of circles, but there's an extra petal on top. There's a dot outside these circles. This can mean further division of our already divided world, and a moving away from our core values. The Broad Hinton Wiltshire May 28 crop circle is a pentagon symbol inside a 5-point star. Lots of dots, big and small, filled the crop field inside and outside the star. The 5-point star symbolized a police badge, while the pentagon symbol represented the Department of Defense. It was a warning about conflicts involving police and military. In 2017, there are so many protests against police brutality, so many collisions involving the Navy, and so many calls on the National Guard troops. If you ask me, I will say this crop circle warning was right on. The Chicade May 30th Wiltshire crop circle looked like a deformed flower of life. Is this another warning of our failure to protect our environment? Is this a warning about damages to our ecosystems? I'm not sure. When I first saw this Crésancier en Sincere crop circle in France in early June, I thought this must be a warning about attacks at a sports field. As you can see, this looked very much like one. I said the attacker seemed to attack from the outside. 2 weeks later, I was speechless when I saw gunmen attacking the congressional baseball team. It was just as we predicted. The June 3rd Avebury Wiltshire one looked like a target symbol, and maybe that is another warning of the senseless shooting that was about to take place. The June 4 Ashway one looked again like a deformed flower of life, while the Maiden Bradley one on June 9 in Wiltshire looked like a dial inside a pentagon. We all know 2 weeks later, 7 sailors died when the USS Fitzgerald collided with an oil tanker. Actually, 3 Navy accidents happened in 2017 after these crop circle warnings in June. There is an all-seeing eye in this Badbury Rings in Dorset on June 16, 2017. But I have to admit I'm at a loss for words on what this one really means. It may be a 3D symbol of something, but I don't have enough information to tell you what it really means. The Cheesefoot head symbol in Hampshire on June 17 really looked like the eye we asked for, but I can't pin this to any specific terror event, as there were too many terror attacks to even list. The next one is in Villers-Lexum in France. It actually looked like both the Mickey Mouse and the 3-layered symbol we asked for in February. The top dot on the upper left looks like Earth and Moon. Let's assume the dot on the top right is another planet. Then it is telling us an object may be coming from the other side of the sun. The Nettelhorst Netherlands one on June 19 looked like another impossible to solve puzzle, while the West Kennet Wiltshire one on June 21 looked like a keyhole. Maybe we will soon get the key to find out what's behind door number 3. The June 26 East Kennet one looked like another fidget spinner. Or we can say it looked like 2 countries held in a dangerous balancing act. Then the Delhi Portalban one in Switzerland on June 27 looked like another fidget spinner. The Boreham Wood one in Wiltshire on July 1 has another clue inside, but the outside is a 7-point star. A 7-point star is very rare. I searched online and found it is the police and sheriff badges for both Las Vegas police and Nevada sheriffs. Now we learned about the October 2 Vegas massacre. We realized this was a warning we unfortunately missed. The July 1 Borum Wood circle looked like another target, or another 3-layered circle, while the Noord-Brabant Netherlands circle looked like another planetary map. The Sofia, Bulgaria July 5 one looked like a 3-layered circle with a flower of life inside the circle. But it also has 3 little dots, which made the circle look like a nuclear symbol. Then the one on July 5 in Battlesbury Hill, Wiltshire, is a circle with 4 circles on 4 sides. All 4 outside circles are connected by the direct connection to the center and pipes around. The center, again, is a 3-layered circle. I thought the location Battlesbury Hills may have some significance, as it may be a warning on what the war will do to us. Battles will bury us all. And actually, the tension between China and India was eased in late August. Can you imagine what would happen had these 2 super powerful nuclear countries started fighting? Then in Italy on July 5, this crop circle appeared. It is a 3-layered circle inside a 3-layered circle, which is inside a triangle and with 3 dots on 3 sides. Actually, the closest known symbol is the Deathly Hollows. 3 objects created by death. 1 Elder Wand, 2 the Resurrection Stone, 3 the Cloak of Invisibility. Sadly, the one is missing, but the Resurrection Stones seem to be flying in from 3 directions. Does that mean we can defeat death? Or will death defeat us? Are the stones the Doomsday Stone that may bring an end to Earth? I sure hope not. Then the Hackpen Hill July 8 crop circle seemed to be another warning about UK attacks. The center showed another warning about UK. The center looked like a Union Jack to me, and it showed a highly divided country in layers of conflicts and division. After this crop circle came 2 more attacks. One on September 15 in the London Tube train. And then October 7 when a woman tried to break into Buckingham Palace. Then Switzerland had one in mid-July with just a simple circle. Followed by July 18 in Clayhill, England, that showed a complicated cube inside a 6-point star in a flower of life. But this time, there are 6 infinity signs. What does it mean? Does it mean life will go on to infinity and beyond? Or it means we will have infinite troubles? The 6-point star can also be a police badge or a shield. I did not decode this before, so this is my take on this shape. We struggle in this 3-dimensional world as the cube is a 3-dimensional symbol. There are infinite possibilities outside of our small world, but to break through will take a lot of strength and struggle. The July 19 cross in Atherton again has a 3-layered circle behind the cross. The cross symbolizes faith, and the 3-layered circle is our mind, as it is part of the mind crop circle experiment. It is telling us that our minds hold the key to solving our problems, but we must have faith or be spiritual. I could not figure out this July 21 Cardington circle till today. I think this is the missing piece of the Deathly Hollow sign which appeared on July 5 in Battlesbury Hill. It is great the wand has arrived, but if the reason is to resurrect the dead, I am not sure if I am still very excited. The July 29 Bialystok one in Poland looked exactly as what we asked for. A 3-layered circle. But because it appeared in Poland, I decided to search terror attacks in Poland. I find there are none, but this story popped up, and I thought the symbol looked like the July 21 circle in Cardington, UK. Don't you agree? This August 4 Highworth crop circle is 4 layers of 12-point stars inside 4 layers of circles. 12-point stars are called Tantric Terra Prana stars. In sacred geometry, according to the templateorg.com, it is a protector in every level. But I think the 12 is just to resemble the 12 months of the year, and layers resemble the years of chaos and challenges. The 4 half circles spaced apart are the 4 seasons. The next one at Rollright Stones in England on August 5 was the first 8-point star crop circle in 2017. 8-point star is a chaos star. Different forms of 8-point stars have appeared time and time again, and chaotic events soon follow after the appearing of the 8-point stars. And this warning came just in time before US's devastating hurricanes and Mexico's deadly earthquakes. The crop circle appeared just 10 days before the deadly Barcelona attack that killed 13 people and injured 130. And October 2's Vegas shooting showed just how crazy people can be. Racial tensions divide America like never before, while Iraqi Kurdistan independence referendum may break Iraq apart, which for sure would cause an independent Kurdish movement in Turkey. While Spain is now on the verge of civil war after Catalan independence movement's overwhelming victory, are we in a mess or not? Then this August 7 Wotan Wawan crop circle appeared in Warwickshire, England. As I pointed out before, it linked the agricultural lines of a circle around a tree to this new crop circle with a long line of dots. But it appeared in Warwickshire, and the initials of Wotan Wawan is WW. I thought this meant the possibility of World War III may happen. But with this linked to a tree of life, I thought it may mean life and hope in the worst of times. But I pointed out that this also looked very much like a path of a hurricane, as the dots followed a wiggly line instead of a straight line like a missile. Who could have expected 3 hurricanes to hit the United States and cause $200 billion in damages? How could you imagine Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands to be almost wiped out completely? The war did happen, but it is not a war between 2 countries, but nature declaring war against us. And clearly we lost. Then the most intriguing and talked about crop circle of 2017 appeared in Sutton Hall, Essex, England, on August 17. The 22 boxes with strange symbols seem to have a complicated but important message. You can call this alien languages, are secret geometry, but if you cannot decode them, you may just as well call them graffiti. So I used my caveman skills and numbered the box and read it like a comic strip. Check out the earlier videos and join the effort to decode it. However, I do want to point out one prediction we made based on this crop circle. There were 3 dots aiming towards the center of the circle. I actually did not even see this, as I have very little information on what I saw in this crop circle. But when I saw a clear picture after my video was released, I released a new video and pointed out that these 3 dots may be 3 hurricanes. 2 big ones and 1 smaller one. Since the release, Harvey and Irma hit us like 2 big punches. But Jose turned away and Maria also turned away and hit Puerto Rico instead of the mainland USA. With the hurricane season coming to a close, I thought our decoding may be wrong. And then the storm Nate seemed to come out of nowhere and hit the Gulf Coast as a Category 1 hurricane, just as predicted in the video. 2 big and 1 small one. Then on August 22 in Hoven, Netherlands, this crop circle appeared. I don't think even my overactive imagination could have made up any meaningful interpretations if it did not appear right after the Essex one 5 days earlier. But after seeing Harvey and Irma coming side by side at us, I realized it was about these two hurricanes. Then I thought the Bosenhoft-Netherland one looked again like a disaster map. There are 3 dots with a small dot in the center, which I thought maybe the eyes of the storms. So 3 such dots meant 3 hurricanes. I said so in early September, and the 3rd storm hit in October. Of course, we can't deny that this crop does look like the Mickey Mouse shape we asked for in our experiment in February this year. If you think I am making this up, check the original video we released and see if we mentioned about the dots and circles as eyes of the storms. And as if the warning was not clear enough, the next crop circle appeared near the last one, 8 days later showing another hurricane-like path. Actually, Nate did have 2 different landfalls in the USA, once as a hurricane and once as a tropical storm. I did not even know about this September 24 Bosenhoft crop circle till just a few days ago. But when I saw it, I thought it looked like people running away from the center of chaos, like the Las Vegas massacre. I know how you may think I am stretching, and maybe I am, as I also found clear evidence of Nostradamus predicting the Vegas shooting. Nostradamus not only used 2 quatrains to describe the event, he also put the 2 quatrains together so we can't miss it. Now, if you mark the 3 spots mentioned in the quatrains, Paris Casino, Orleans Casino, Mandalay Casino, and the site of the massacre, do you see the 4 dots? Crop circles have been a mystery for over 1,000 years. Do you think it should remain a mystery? If you don't like my decoding, then do your own research based on the information I put together and come up with your own conclusions. And if you feel like sharing, you can post in the comments section. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.